Today's episode includes adult language and content, so it might not be suitable to watch around little children, which is ironic since I definitely remember being 8 and screaming these lyrics on a bus, taking a school field trip, and not a single chaperone or adult batted an eye. So anyhow, let's get ready to press rewind. Sup chicas, it's Friday, which means it's time for TGIF. So today I'm only going to be using $11 drugstore powder foundations. I'm using them for my foundation and my concealer. I will link everything in the description below. Okay. Our generation officially can no longer talk shit about Gen Z and the lyrics and content of hip music today because holy shit, you guys, we were some raunchy 10-year-olds. And there are certainly a few that I can understand going over my head, but for many, like, you don't even have to read between the lines. Like, from sex to hardcore drugs, violence, like, I was essentially just this, like, little hood rat rollerblading around my apartment complex, singing these songs, hooked up to my CD player. I'm gonna have to break this up into a series of parts or something, but today, let's just focus on the 90s. Real fast first, so let me just show you this magic on camera. You ready? Are you ready for this? It's like magic. Anyhow, let's start it off mild with the Spice Girls. To Become One. This was released in 1996, which makes me, what, like 11 at that time. Here are some of the lyrics. Quote, "Are you as good as I remember, baby? Get it on, because tonight is the night that to become one. I want to make love to you, baby. I've had a little love, but now I'm back for more." Okay, so for some reason, I just thought this was like about a wedding. But yeah, I mean, maybe a wedding night. Of course, we have to touch on Alanis Morissette, You Ought to Know, because we were killing this performance. And I, for one, had so much of these lyrics go over my head. I mean, for cripe's sake, I literally thought when she was saying the cross-eyed bear, that she was saying cross-eyed bear. Like, I literally imagined a cross-eyed bear. The school field trip I referenced in the intro, like, that is very true. Me and Gretchen Ottman, if you ever like come across this, Gretchen, this was still like such a fun memory. We had just gotten our Alanis Morissette CDs and our school had like these coach buses. We were belting out this entire album at the top of our lungs. That includes the following lyrics. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? No idea. I didn't have any idea what that meant. And are you thinking of me when you... Are quality lyrics for an 11-year-old to be singing. I am gonna go a little bit heavier on my coverage today for fun. Oh, God bless us. Okay, the next one I think a lot about, and it's not mild. It's not mild at all. I vividly remember singing this at Girl Scout camp. And for reference, I was 10. It wasn't just me, like the other Girl Scouts were singing along with me. But that is the song Freak Like Me from Adina Howard. And when I say that name, and you might not remember right away, but let me remind you. Want a freak in the morning, freak in the eve. If you are that kind of man, I'm that kind of girl. I got a freaky secret everybody's saying, 'cause we don't give about a thing. I'ma be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can pump all through the night till the early morn. It's just funny because we were not all just singing these songs, like we were singing them. And when it comes to belting out inappropriate songs, you cannot forget throw your clothes on the floor. And I'm gonna take my clothes off too. God, when did that one come out? I think it was like 9. So yes, of course, I am talking about Boys to Men, I'll Make Love to You. I think it was 94. I think it was about 9 years old. Yeah, I think it was released in 1994, which would make me 9. And that's another one that like, yeah, of course, like I kind of knew what that meant. I didn't know what it meant. Like I still wouldn't want my 9-year-old running around the house singing that. I don't know, Mom, what did you think about that? Like we would get up in the morning and watch MTV, so I know my mom knows we knew these songs. Okay, this one I knew was inappropriate, but maybe the adults didn't catch on about it right away. It was Aqua Barbie Girl, and this was 1997, so I was 12. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Pretty obvious, right? And then kiss me here, touch me there, something, something, hanky-panky. Maybe my mom just thought that we were singing about playing Barbies. Either my parents didn't catch on, or like maybe they just played dumb. So anyhow, speaking of oblivious adults, why was this song played at my 7th grade Valentine's Day dance? That's what I want to know. This is probably the first song that came to mind for most people when I asked, what is a song that you were singing when you were a kid that you look back now and is completely inappropriate? And that is obviously Genuine Pony. If you're horny, let's do it. Ride it, my pony. My saddle's waiting. Come and jump on it. Jesus. I'm still like slightly uncomfortable as an adult singing that. Oh God, what's the other part of that song? Send chills up and down your spine. Juices flowing down your thigh. I did not understand that. I did not understand the context of that back then. All I'm saying is we judged this TikTok generation pretty hard for what we were getting down to at our 6th and 7th grade middle school dances. Actually, that's the perfect segue to the next song, which is Too Close by Neck. Can't remember if they played this at a school dance. I sure hope they didn't. But what the F, you guys? Like the song literally starts with him saying, I wonder if she could tell him right now. What? And of course, if you don't remember, I'll remind you the lyric is step back, you're dancing kind of close, feel a little poke coming through. Girl, I know you felt it, but you know I can't help it, which, by the way, really was awkward in high school. When high school dances came about, just remember being really uncomfortable at school dances because of that reason. The next one is shocking to me as a kid, but reading it back as an adult, the lyrics are grade A, first class, chef's kiss puns. Don't get me wrong, I definitely should not have been listening to this song, but Bloodhound Gang, Bad Touch from 1999. Look at the lyrics. It's like weird. I don't want to say what a lot of them were. Some of them were very clever. So put your hand down my pants and I bet you'll feel nuts. Yes, I'm Siskel. Yes, I'm Ebert. And you're getting 2 thumbs up. Okay, that I really did not understand. So raunchy, but clever raunchy? I'm okay with that. Again, like I'm okay with that. At almost 40, I'm not okay with my kids singing that. Absolutely not. TLC Red Light Special from 1994. This one was submitted by Alice Harris 0924 over on my Instagram, Christy Keane Can. What was it? I'll let you touch it if you like to go down. I'll let you go further if you take the southern route. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow. You've got to let your body flow. And what was that, 1994 I said? So I was 9. Very much remember that CD coming out. Me and one of my best friends, Erica, had a super dope dance to Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Clearly, like you listen to the song, like you just see just the vibe of it. It opens up sexy. I didn't know, I still don't really know what red light special means. I gotta be honest. I just think of like setting the mood. They really were crazy, sexy, cool. This one is probably the most vulgar, and we all sang along to this one. By the way, I haven't thought about this person in a long time. LL Cool J? How are you doing, LL Cool J? So iconic, but that does not mean that we all should have been in elementary school singing, doing it well. Just Google the lyrics and be like, huh. You guys remember what I'm talking about though, right? Like doing it and doing it and doing it well. We have no business singing that. That's not even the worst of it. What's one lyric I can say? I'ma call you Big Daddy and scream your name. Matter of fact, I can't wait for your candy rain. Clearly she's waiting for, oh my God, candy rain. That is not what candy rain means. Does that mean? That doesn't mean that. Hold on. Where's my phone? Do you know what I'm talking about though? The song, My Love, do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops. Sorry, I am not a singer, but when I heard that song, I had to be like 6, 7. I just thought about daydreaming. Now I'm wondering, when I just looked this up on my phone, it did say that it meant what comes out. I don't believe that one. Can someone verify? This is more, I think it's in the 2000s that this song came out. Since we're talking about dreams and candy rain, it kind of blends together just to say, O Town Liquid Dreams is literally about having a wet dream. This is a pretty quick episode. Like I said, I can break this into parts on different things, but I have a few honorable mentions. Look, don't worry about my eyeliner too much right now because we can fix that with a little bit of blending. Okay, honorable mentions. First up, Color Me Bad, 1991, I Want to Sex You Up, which I don't think I have to get into the lyrics on that one. I'm just remembering that I was 6. I'm Too Sexy came out around the same time. I just remember feeling like so... My mom and dad had a rule, and I could say a bad word if it was in a song. At that age, sexy was... that was a big adult word. And I couldn't just say sexy. I could only say it if the song came on and I was singing along. Also, not a dirty song or a vulgar song, but should be mentioned on this honorable mention list while we're speaking about saying dirty words. Meredith Brooks' What a good song, first of all. Nothing felt better at age 11 than just yelling the word bitch. If there was a moment of power in an age where you're pretty lost and powerless, singing along to that song, whew, put hair on your chest, you know what I mean? Another mention I want to talk about, Usher, Nice and Slow. I know this one was in 7th grade because the weekend of Valentine's Day in 7th grade, I did not have a Valentine. Again, unrequited love for basically my entire life until I was in my 20s. I'm a late bloomer. In 7th grade, there was this Valentine's Day party and Craig Powers was there, and I remember the girls coming back to school and saying like how sexy it was that they were playing pool. Like whoever's house this was had a pool table. Imagine like I'm like this cute boy in 7th grade, like peak cool. All the girls are standing around. Usher comes on, Nice and Slow. This is how I'm imagining it in my head. I was not invited. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets with the pool stick, like a little drop top. Apparently, it was just the smoothest, coolest move any girl at age 11 had ever seen in their lives. Anyhow, back to the lyrics thing. Usher, Nice and Slow is clearly another one of those very sexual songs. I've got plans to put my hands in places I've never seen, girl, you know what I mean. Younger years, I loved SWV. They had a song in Free Willy, and a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about with this song. It's called Downtown. Okay, we're talking about explicit lyrics here that might have been over our head, and I'm just gonna tell you now, it is not about a fun shopping trip in the city, okay? We're gonna have to start wrapping this up because I'm almost done, but Jordan Knight, Give It to You. Baby, you know I can give it to you. It holds up. There's a lot of like turtleneck, sweater vest dancing at a carnival in the video. Janet Jackson, That's the Way Love Goes. I didn't sing along with the song except for to the chorus. It was like, that's the way love goes. But now that I know the lyric, it is so risque, cannot even. Somebody was also definitely grinding their pillow to Keith Sweat, Nobody. Thong Song is one that was 90s because it was 1999. The lyrics are not as sexual as most of the other songs on this list, but how annoying for our parents to have to listen to us singing Cisco's Thong Song. I'm just imagining my kids coming home and singing Thong Song, like, that is not what somebody wants to hear at the end of a long work day. Sorry, moms. Sorry, dad. I have thought about my parents a lot making this list and reading these lyrics because we went on a lot of road trips together. Just must have felt really uncomfortable for my parents to like listen to us singing these songs. But it's just what was on the radio. It's what everybody was singing. It's pop culture. We cannot act like our generation is any better than what the kids are looking at today. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 of this because these are just the 90s. But when I tell you the year 2000, literally 2000, just the year 2000 alone, there were some songs that we were all singing that, I mean, sneak peek, Ludacris, What's Your Fantasy? There's also a lot of songs about drugs and violence that I did not put together. Jess2947 on Instagram submitted this to me, and I was like, what is she talking about? Semi-charmed life. I want something else to get me through this semi-charmed kind of life. That song. Apparently that song is about crystal meth. Did not know this. Google it, look it up, but that's one of those things, it just seemed like a charming life. I don't know, it just loves the upbeat, feel-good song. No, that's about crystal meth. Thank you, Jess2947, for submitting that because I had no idea. Sublime, Santeria. We all felt super cool knowing the words to Santeria because you thought, I'm kind of alternative, I'm a rocker girl. I remember feeling cool when I learned the lyrics to that song. With reflection, like I'll pop a cap in Sancho and I'd slap her down. Daddy's got a new 45 and I won't think twice to stick that barrel straight down Sancho's throat. So you didn't just sing it, right? Like you would sing it like this. Believe me when I say that I got something for his punk ass. So that was fun, you guys. Thanks for watching, or if you're listening into the podcast, I do upload the audio to the YouTube videos on podcast format. If you search TGI40, feel free to follow along and subscribe. So if you want to catch these fun memories on the go, it is available there for you. And I really just appreciate you guys so much. It is so much fun every week to think about a simple time. I feel like this time really connects us women who are in this super awkward age. Something about the last 2 years has made a lot of people want to reminisce. I hope you guys subscribe and like. I put out a new TGI40 video every Friday. I would love to hear if there are any 90s nostalgia deep dives or fun topics that you think of. Please leave them in the comments below. You can follow me along on Instagram at Christy Keane or over on TikTok. And I hope you guys have a great week and make sure you do something that the little kid in you would be so proud of. Peace out.